You will not believe what just happened. Just a few minutes after gospel singer Betty Bayo was lowered into her final resting place. A leaked video has just surfaced the internet and is now threatening to tear two men apart. Pastor Victor Kanyari and Hiram Gitau standing on opposite sides of a war that nobody really saw coming.
We shall talk later. Thank you.
The words caught on that recording, they are very explosive, they are devastating, and they have left Kenyans asking one terrifying question: what is going to happen to Sky and Danny? In the recording, Pastor Kanyari is heard furious and questioning Hiram Gitau's decision about their children, saying in Swahili, huyu mwanamume anataka kubishana na mimi nguvu. And trust me, this is just the beginning, but that is not all, because the situation takes a devastating turn that no one saw coming. A custody battle, emotions at boiling point, and a family completely shaken just moments after their mother's burial. Stay locked in, because what I'm about to reveal to you is going to change everything you thought you knew about this particular story. To understand why this custody battle is so explosive, you need to understand the history between these three people. Betty Bayo and Pastor Kanyari, their relationship was complicated from the very beginning. They met when Betty Bayo performed at his church. He asked to see her again. What started as friendship quickly became romance. He visited her parents, paid dowry, and he considered her his wife. But here is the shocking twist that shocked everyone. Betty Bayo later claimed that they were never formally married. Kanyari was devastated by this claim. He insisted that he had done everything required by tradition to make her his wife. Later on, Betty Bayo picked up the pieces of her life. She found Hiram Gitau, Tash, a man who brought stability, a man who embraced not just her, but her two children. For years, they made it work. Kanyari paid school fees. Tash played the role of a stepfather. Betty Bayo kept the peace between two very different men for the sake of her children. But now that the peacekeeper is gone, what happens next? The moment Betty Bayo was pronounced dead, the question started circulating like wildfire on social media. Who gets to stay with the children? Sky and Danny have been living with their mother and Tash in their home in Edenville Estate, a beautiful two-story house in a serene gated community near Windsor. This was their life, this was their normal, but Kanyari is their biological father and he was not staying quiet. Just days after Betty Bayo's death, Kanyari stood before his congregation at Salvation Healing Ministries and made a stunning announcement. He wanted his children back. Not only that, he claimed he had already secured a 90 million shilling mansion in Runda to provide them with a safe, comfortable home. He told his church that whether they would give him the kids or not, only God knew what would happen, but he would fight for justice. Some Kenyans praised Kanyari. They said biological parents who are loving and dedicated absolutely deserve the chance for full custody. They pointed to the school fees he had paid over 500,000 shillings per term. They called him a responsible father, but others, they were not convinced. They remembered the scandal. They questioned his character. They wondered if the children who had built their lives with Tash should be uprooted from everything they knew. And then Tash made the move that has set speculations into an overdrive. He was spotted alongside gospel singer Shiru Wajipi visiting the offices of city lawyer Mwenda Njagi. A custody battle, legal war, Kenyans held their breath. But here is where the story gets even more twisted. Just a few minutes after the burial, when the soil was still fresh on Betty Bayo's grave, a leaked video has begun circulating online, and what was captured in that recording, it is igniting a firestorm. Pastor Kanyari was heard lamenting about the arrangements for his children. His tone was frustrated, his words were sharp, and his message was clear. He does not understand Hiram Gitau's stand. He does not understand the arrangements that are being made now that Betty Bayo is gone. The exact words he used, they have been described as a clear recipe for disaster. Sources close to the situation say that Kanyari was expressing confusion about why the custody arrangements were not automatically defaulting to him as their biological father. He was questioning what role, if any, Tash should play in his children's lives going forward. Remember, Prophet Kanyari's brother Jackson had already stirred controversy before the burial. He publicly stated that he did not see any link between Kanyari and Tash now that Betty Bayo was gone. He said that the kids belonged with their biological father and that Tash holding on to them was not the right thing to do. Jackson later apologized, but the damage was already done. And now, this leaked video is pouring gasoline on an already burning fire. Legal experts are weighing in, and according to family lawyer Becky Bosibori, when a mother passes away, the biological father typically assumes parental responsibility unless he is deemed unfit or circumstances make it unsafe for the children. But here is the complication. The court also considers the children's best interest. A court may step in and appoint another guardian if the father is considered unfit, including situations involving a separation and the conditions surrounding it. Sky Victor and Danny Victor have lived with Tash for years. They have called him dad. They have built their lives around him. Does biology trump bonding? Does blood beat love? These are the questions tearing Kenyans apart right now. In the hours following the burial, the leaked video, and the growing controversy, prominent figures have started stepping in. Geoffrey Mosiria, the head of Citizen Engagement and Customer Care Department in Nairobi County, posted an emotional message on Facebook a day after the burial. He said he fully understood what both Kanyari and Tash were going through. He declared that he was ready to stand with them as they walked through the pain, confusion, and the heavy silences left by the loss. His message emphasized unity over division, compassion over conflict. He reminded them that they were not alone and encouraged them to work together for the sake of their children. But can they? The WhatsApp screenshots Kanyari has been leaking are not helping either. In the days surrounding the burial, Kanyari publicly shared all conversations between him and Betty, chats where she requested money for school fees, messages about shoes, exchanges about dental work for their daughter. Some Kenyans have praised him, saying that this was proving he was a responsible father who always stepped up financially, but others have slammed him. They pointed out that he often left Betty on blue ticks, making her chase him down repeatedly for support. They accused him of subjecting the lead singer to humiliation. They accused him of subjecting the lead singer to humiliation by making private conversations public when she could no longer defend herself. Blogger Martha Miano did not hold back. She said if the mother of your children has to go through that just to get you to pay school fees, then you have failed as a father. The court of public opinion is divided, and somewhere in the middle of all this noise are two children who just buried their mother. Now, it's time to check on the children's perspective and the emotional payoff. During the burial ceremony at Ndumberi Stadium, Betty Bayo's daughter stood before thousands of mourners and delivered a tribute that brought the entire crowd to tears. She spoke about her mother's strength. She described how the illness started with a small headaches, then became so severe that Betty Bayo had to be rushed to the hospital. Sky revealed that she forced her way into the ambulance at AAR Hospital just to speak privately with her mother. Betty was connected to tubes, fighting for her life. Sky told her they missed her, they loved her. It was so sad coming home and not seeing mom there because she was sick in the hospital. Those were some of the last moments she had with her mother, and now that she is watching two fathers wage war over her future, think about that. A young girl who knelt inside an ambulance and prayed for God to heal her mother is now caught in the crossfire of a custody battle playing out on social media. Danny, her brother, is watching too. These children have already experienced the collapse of their parents' relationship. They have navigated life with two dads, one biological and one who raised them daily. They have lost their mother to cancer, and now they might lose their stability too. This is not just celebrity gossip anymore. This is about the future of two children. So where does this leave us now? Pastor Victor Kanyari insists that he is a good dad. Even if he admits that he was not a good husband, he has promised to give his children a better life than the one they were living. Hiram Gitau, Tash, has quietly committed to putting the children first. He has shown up for them throughout the mourning period and vowed to guard their well-being with love. But the leaked video shows the cracks that are now forming beneath the surface. The question everyone is asking, the question that will determine the future of this family is simple. Will these two men honor Betty Bayo's memory by putting Sky and Danny first, or will ego, pain and old wounds tear this family apart completely? Kenya is watching, the children are waiting, and the memory of Betty Bayo, a woman who spent her life singing about faith, hope and 11th hour, hangs over all of it. What do you think should happen? Should the children go to their biological father? Should they stay with the man who raised them? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this story has moved you, if you want to follow up on what happened next, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell because this story is far from over. Let's catch up on my next celebrity drama files.